Good morning from Washington. Right now I am at a little truck stop. I just wanted to hit the road first before I started vlogging. Today is gonna be a pretty awesome day. I'm gonna meet up with this guy Dylan, who makes, in my opinion, some of the best mini documentaries on YouTube. Dylan is also a van lifer, and came across his videos and hit him up, and surprise, surprise, he was nice enough to respond back and agree to do a little video with me. So I'm super stoked about this. You guys definitely got to go check out his channel. I'll link it down below. Just a quick little update. I've taken a few days off. I had a little procedure, so still a little sore from that. And just been kind of relaxing up at my aunt's house and hanging out with my nephew and stuff, doing errands. I did get some things for the shower, which is super exciting. We'll jump into the install later in the week, but just want to update you. This is my plan, and it looks like we have another collab later in the week or early next week. So I'm just gonna try and relax, get better, and then shoot up to Vancouver, Canada for that one. Let's hit the road. Alright guys, here we are. We are meeting up at a truck stop, and then we are heading out to a state park somewhere. Yo man! How's it going, dude? What's going on? Alright guys, we just met up, me and you, just met up with Dylan, and we got some bad lighting right now, but there we go. This guy knows his lighting. So Dylan is the captain of this awesome van over here. Like I said before, I'll put some links down below, but Dylan is, well, you could tell us about yourself, I suppose.
I'm a short documentary filmmaker is what I would consider myself, I guess. An independent artist, whatever you want to say. Like, I work for myself, and I work on YouTube, and I make videos for a living, so that's what I do. And I live in a van.
Yeah. And his videos are super awesome. I was just thanking him for the opportunity for me to be in one of his videos, and because they're super high quality and they're awesome. So you guys got to go check them out.
Cool.
All right. So we're gonna hit the road up to State Park somewhere.
Yep.
All right. I'll follow you. By the way, guys, I do feel a little bit out of it today. Probably from the medication. I was having a little pain, couldn't sleep that well last night, so took a couple painkillers, and dealing with the aftermath. It's like a double-edged sword. You want to sleep and you want to feel all right. You want to be pain-free, but at the same time, you have to process all the toxins from the medicine the next day. And didn't sleep as much as I wanted to. So if I feel kind of out of it, that's why. Well, you know you're in the country when... That's right. When a tractor drives by. There we go. That sign says we are entering Capitol State Park. So, it's funny, right on the state line, like all of a sudden there's a bunch of big trees. I guess they cut them down outside the state park, so it's kind of like a little oasis out here. All right, guys, so we found a little parking spot somewhere in the state park here, and this is a little behind the scenes in case you guys wonder what exactly goes into one of Dylan's videos. He's got a nice little DSLR setup over there. He's got a little audio contraption. And of course, he's got that sweet van of his right over there, which after we do some chit chat, we'll get a full tour from him. So guys, when your vehicle is also your house and you forget to bring all the chairs, you just create a chair. So this is the setup we got right now. I'm all mic'd up myself. Haven't been mic'd up in quite a while, and we were gonna begin. All right, so we finished up the interview portion of the filming here of the documentary, and round two, looks like he's got a nice little shoulder rig there. We still got the wireless lav hooked up. We're gonna jump outside and inside and see what kind of magic can happen.
We're gonna do exactly that.
Well, we just finished up a couple parts of the interview. As you can see, we got Dylan back there. We're gonna look for a little place to do a little skateboarding. He's already flown the drone a little bit, and once his part of the project is done, I promise, I promise we'll do a tour of his rig. See that, guys? That is a little road rash. What you didn't see, and what he didn't see either, is that I bit the dust. First time in a couple years, but you know, that's what happens. I would say we had I don't know, almost like Gilligan's Island, a 3-hour tour. I think it was about 3 or 4 hours or something.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was. So everybody, again, meet Dylan. Magaster, right?
Magaster.
Magaster. All right, thank you. And aside from also being a van lifer, Dylan does these awesome documentaries, which maybe you guys have already seen. If not, you guys need to get over to his channel for sure. There's some of the best mini documentaries I've ever seen, and probably my favorite as far as like van life and alternative living and stuff like that. So if we could get a quick little tour of your van, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, well, thanks for the kind words. This is Gladys. She's a 1994 Chevy G20. I bought her with 65,000 miles. Now she has like 85 or 86,000 miles. Bought her in Maine. We're in Washington right now. Driven her coast to coast. Driving her up to Alaska. Whenever I bought her, there was a wheelchair lift right here. Took up all this space. And then there was one chair in the back and the rest was open. Had the regular 1994 side paneling on it, all that. Took all of that out and then built this out. Cost about $3.5 grand. Took me just over a month to build, and added a swivel seat. I've got 200 watts of solar, 200 amp hour battery bank, a gallon of propane for cooking, lasts me about 3 months. The solar runs the fridge, charges my camera batteries and laptop, and then I've got 7.5 gallons so I can go off grid completely for about a week at a time. And I average about 16 miles to the gallon.
That's pretty good mileage.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
And we were talking a little bit, but could you give me a brief rundown of how you got to doing mini docs on YouTube?
Yeah, so I've been on YouTube. I've been creating YouTube videos since November of 2013. I've gone through about 5 different channel iterations, and it took me 2.5 years before I found a channel that stuck, and that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, sweet. So it just trial and error until I figured it out.
Tell me about the bed situation, and tell me about the comforts of living in a van life, or maybe not the comforts, you know.
So the bed, I've got 3 cushions. It's a shredded memory foam made of myself. My lovely Aunt Carol, sewed the cushions for me. That was nice of her to do. And so there's 3 of them. I did that because it sets up into a couch, and then I also have compartments under this first section here so that I can get to all of those. I needed 3 separate cushions. They work all right. I'm working on figuring out how to redo them because after 9 months they've been beaten down and they're kind of squished. So I'm figuring that out, but I also sleep in a hammock. And yeah, comforts and discomforts of living in a van. Definitely, it's hard sometimes being in such a small space. It's like a little cave. And not being able to stand is kind of a pain, but it works out. Like, I wouldn't be able to live my life without this van. Live my life the way I do without this van. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully in the relatively near future I'll upgrade my van, but that's all to be determined.
What's the pooper situation like?
I use public bathrooms. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that for the first few months, and I gotta say it's really easy.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't really have space in here for a toilet anyway, and in such a small space, I don't know if I would want one. Working on figuring out an outdoor shower situation. Plan on getting like a camp shower, but yeah, haven't done that yet.
Would you be able to do what you're currently doing if you still had an apartment?
I've never signed a lease before, so probably not. Yeah.
How does saving money by not paying rent factor into your lifestyle?
Yeah, so whenever I got into a van, I was making like $0, and so living as cheaply as possible was definitely a necessity. Now I make enough to survive. I make a living, and living in a van has made that like way more achievable, because, you know, opposed to if you're living in an apartment, maybe you need like $4,000 or $5,000 coming in a month. Whenever I was living in a van, that base is much lower, and so the whole financial stability of it comes a lot quicker, and it's easier to get there because you need less money.
What kind of advice would you give a first-timer?
Advice to a first-time van lifer. Well, it all depends on like what they're doing. If they're moving around a lot, then definitely make sure you have money saved, or you know how you're going to be making money, because it's a total pain in the butt whenever you end up someplace and you realize you have no money, no job, and no potential for money. That's a bad place. I've been there. I mean, sometimes you need to get there in order to get where you need to go, but I wouldn't recommend it. So having like the finances figured out, if you're staying in one spot, it's much easier because you can just like have a steady job, and then you're just saving money. But if you're traveling, try not to be a complete loner, because that sucks whenever you're just by yourself all the time. Try to like hang out with people, and, you know, like if you're an introverted person, be sure to push yourself to be more extroverted. Otherwise you'll spend all of your time alone, and that leads to bad places. So don't do that. But if you're in a city, once again, it's just like normal life, just you're in a van instead of an apartment.
Do you find yourself being outdoors more, like actively doing things?
Yeah, I would say definitely more than in an apartment. Less than I'd like, but more than in an apartment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a living room to just crash on, and, you know, place to like put all your dirty clothes, and 3 days later you emerge, you're here.
Yeah. You can definitely lounge in here though. I've done some lounge sessions, watched some Netflix, you know, going through Breaking Bad again, so you know, for the second time.
Nice. Sweet. Thanks, dude. Today's been awesome. I just want to say thank you again. Really, we should let his videos do the talking, because they are phenomenal. Like I said, I'll link them below, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with my interview. And I definitely shared a lot of things which I haven't shared before in my videos, so hopefully it adds to the video. So
yeah, thanks for coming around.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been fun. Later, Dylan.
Peace.
That was the vlog. Goodbye. We already hugged it out. Dude just casually walking on the freeway, no big deal. Alright, look at that nice road rash right there. That's now in focus, looking pretty gnarly. My palms, you can't really tell, but they really hurt. They're super red. Just having a hard time focusing, there we go. Is that better? There we go. Feel a little beat up, and so I'm gonna go inside and eat some dinner and maybe take an Advil or something. So I'm still pretty sore. Besides this, from my little doctor's appointment. So I think I'm gonna take a few days off, recoup a little bit, and then we'll start to play around with the shower. The tank, water tank should be here today. The propane tank is back in that box right there. I took it out of the vehicle before I left. You can see the far left side, some mounting brackets. And then we'll have a little fun and do a little install. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.